Hi guys, Miss N here. Today I'm going to be talking you through Vertex Form, what it is, what it can do for you, and what you can identify from it. So let's get started. Vertex Form is seen as this: y equals a x minus h squared plus k. If you remember back to the unit on transformations, a, h, and k should be pretty familiar to you. The vertex form allows you to easily identify the vertex of a quadratic equation. The vertex can be found from h, k. So h, k gives you the vertex. You can also identify the axis of symmetry. The axis of symmetry is the h value of your vertex. So the only thing that's a little bit tricky with vertex form is when you identify the h value for your vertex, you have to keep in mind that that minus sign was meant to be there originally. Therefore, if you have a minus sign still in your equation that you're working with, you had to put in the positive value for the h. If you end up with a plus sign in there, that means your h value is negative. So please be cautious when you see a minus sign. That does not mean that your h value is in fact minus. It means the opposite. So let's move down to some examples so you can see that in action. To identify your vertex, you're looking at your h value and your k value. This is supposed to be a minus sign, and therefore that means my h value is a positive 1, because if it were actually a negative 1, that sign would have had to change. My k value is a positive 6. It's never trying to trick you. If you see a plus 6 out there, that means it is a positive 6. Again, your axis of symmetry is the h value of your vertex. So when you write your axis of symmetry, you write it as x equals 1. You write it as an equation because your axis of symmetry is the line that divides your parabola in half and runs through the vertex. So we want it to have x equals. That tells me that it's a line. For the second example, my vertex is now negative 3 because that is supposed to be a minus sign, and the only way I can get that to turn to a plus sign is if I plug a negative 3 in for that value. And again, my k value is a positive 1, so I will just put a positive 1 in for my vertex. My axis of symmetry in this case will just be x equals negative 3. It's the h value of my vertex, and I set it as a line, so x equals the h value of my vertex. And that is all that vertex form can do for you.